Fantastic day, everybody. It's Leo. Wanted to make this video for you guys today because I was just reflecting on something here this beautiful morning. I was walking outside. I was walking my little Frenchie and, just breathing the fresh air. And I was listening to something, and it was really a perspective that, I've used in my life, and it was a reminder. So I just wanted to share this to remind you as well. In life, we go through things, we go through situations where sometimes we fall down and we fail, and what happens is that our mind gets very noisy, right? Let's just say that you made an investment, or you did a certain activity, or you try to build a team, you try to build a company, whatever the case is, right? Let's just say an example: you try to build a team, and then you coached a bunch of people, and they all left. So what the monkey mind is going to tell you to do, or the little voice in the head is going to tell you to do, it's going to be like, no, you know what? Training people, it's scary, and it doesn't work. Like we make it like that's a reality forever. And it's I would say it's not the greatest way to be, in my opinion, because if we brought that kind of thinking to everything that we do in life, then we wouldn't be where we're at, right? Let me just give you an example. Let's rewind all the way to when you were born and you started to crawl, and then you eventually started to walk, and you probably started to get up, walk around a little bit, and then boom, you fell. And then boom, you fell again, and boom, you fell again. And it probably happened for a couple of months. You probably hit your head, you probably hit your knees, and your parents and yourself, obviously, you just kept going, right? You just kept going, you just kept going, you just kept going. Your parents also didn't say, you know what, my son or daughter has been trying to walk and they haven't, we should just kind of give up on that. Or, I try to teach them how to talk, and they said the words incorrectly. We're just gonna give up and stop trying, right? Or you start to grow up, and then you get on a bike, and then when you get on this bike, you start to you have your little training wheels, and all of a sudden you could ride the bike with training wheels. But what happens when they take off the training wheels? You have to rely on your balance, and then you get on the bike and you fall. You get on the bike and you fall. You get on the bike, you probably scrape your knee, you probably cry a little bit. But what happens is that you go at it again, and you go at it again, and you go at it again, you go at it again. And I think that that's one of the most beautiful things that we have as human beings, is that the ability to continue to perfect, continue to refine, continue to move forward. And that's something that we have instinctively, intuitively in our nature, it's when we're growing up. But I think that what I see a lot of people do, what happens in humanity, is that we get to a certain age and we start to forget those fundamental teachings and those fundamental ways of being. We get to the 18s, and then we might fail a test, or we might not get accepted to a certain college, or maybe the career that we had dreamed of is not happening, or we get our heart broken, from the person that we think is our everything, right? There's so many things that happen, and all of a sudden we start to develop stories around every single thing, right? Oh man, if I date a person that looks like this, or they start saying these kind of things, I'm going to run away because I already know this. Or you know what, I'm not going to go and try doing that because I failed last time. Oh, you know what, I'm not going to go open up a business because I heard so and so didn't do it right, blah 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 blah. So you're going to be living into a story that you create for yourself. So what I want to do is create some awareness, and also get you present to how silly that is, right? As babies and as infants, and as when we're growing up, we understand that we got to continue to do and do and do until we get the result that we desire. But I want to remind you that that's who you are at your core, because you're here. If you're listening to this video, you're here. You're listening to the video. You've got this far, and you got the ability to speak, most likely, and obviously, right? And you walk around. You know how to drive. Those are all things that you thought were impossible in one moment in life. So I want to invite you to bring that sort of intention and that sort of context to what it is that you want to build, right? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to increase your sales? Do you want to, get out there and speak publicly? Do you want to do videos? Do you want to, get in that perfect, that not perfect, because I'm going to get rid of that word. I want to get in that ideal relationship where I feel fulfilled, right? So there's all of these walls that we start to develop around us. So I'm asking you to just let them go. Let them go, because that's what life is really all about. It's really life is about the experience. It's not about, where we get to, right? We could say, you know what, once I get to my 20th transaction this year, I am going to feel amazing. I'm going to feel extraordinary. Or you know what, I'm going to go dance. And the point of the dance is like, you're going to probably dance for a couple like hours or minutes, whatever it is. The point of the dance is the dance. The point of the dance is not to start and finish, right? You're not going to skip all the in-between. The in-between is the fun, right? But you might skip, you might, kind of, almost fall over or something. You might lose your balance. You might look silly, whatever the case is, but it's your unique experience. So I invite you to get out of your head and get into your life. Get into your life and really get connected to what is it you want. And it doesn't have to be right in no one else's standards. Do whatever you want, whatever fulfills your heart, whatever moves you, whatever wakes you up out of bed, because that's the only thing that's going to get you to jump out of bed and go to sleep at night. Once you get a hold of something that you're truly passionate about and you're living life on your own terms, then you have freedom. Because if you're trying to live up to other people's expectations, if you're trying to live up to other people's thoughts and beliefs and standards, you're not going to be happy. You're going to get to the point where you're like, why am I doing this? Right? So the point of this video is to step out of your head, step into your life, and get rid of the stories that you have in the way of you doing whatever it is. If you failed at something in the past, it doesn't mean that you're going to fail again. Get up and do it again. Get up and do it again. Get up and do it again. I believe in you, and I know that you could do it because you have it inside of yourself. You're here right now. That's proof. All right? Create an extraordinary day.